Dear KeKe Palmer, just delete your account, sis. Quickly. Y'all already know what time it is. I got the black V-neck on. What is going on, y'all? So I am coming back and I have some things to talk about. I don't even know how to do this because I know some of y'all are going to be pissed off because it's one of y'all faves. But I really encourage you all to go and read this article that is talking about kill your idols. It is very important that if you are already upset at this video, you already disliked it before you even heard anything I said, I encourage you, and even if, I encourage you to go read this article. It is in the link. Please check it out and come back to this video and let's talk about it. So, KeKe Palmer got on Twitter at 8 o'clock this morning, my time, maybe, I don't know, but she woke up early this morning and she had some things to say. She had this to say: imagine if your EBT card could only work on healthy items. Then she put up the little eyeballs. Now the tweet is deleted. She's kind of walked back a little bit and she was saying that she kind of wanted to like just have a conversation about it. Let me tell y'all something. I'm really tired of celebrities just waking up and just telling poor folks what they should be doing with their lives, what poor folks should be doing with this and that, without taking any type of analysis on what it is they're trying to have a conversation about. This, like, it's not even just KeKe Palmer, it is a lot of y'all rich, entitled celebrities that get on social media and tell us how y'all feel about working class and poor folks all the time. I am beyond irritated. So a lot of folks were out here saying, hey sis, have you never heard of the food desert? Have you never heard of this? And a lot of people, it started this big conversation about, well, no, folks need to eat healthy. They need to be, y'all don't care. You don't care. And if you talk to poor folks, if you was in community with folks who are living in poverty, they will be telling you that the last thing they are concerned about is food. They want to get out of poverty. That's what they want. Instead, y'all out here handing them organic grapes. Like that's all y'all have to offer is grapes and strawberries and peas. It goes back to the shit that Summer Walker was saying a couple of months ago that you can feed a child with this. Y'all beliefs are that you need to be doing everything in your power to get out of poverty. You should not be out here eating unhealthy if you are poor. And I'm not ever hearing hardly is the bigger conversation is why do we even have poverty? Why do we even have people who are living in food deserts? Why does poverty even exist? And when you think about that, when you start to question and analyze that, then you start to get this, like you start to get the scope of what really is going on beyond just eating fruits and vegetables and drinking water and calling stuff healthy. I honestly don't care. But I see a lot of the conversation about this is people want, like somebody tweeted me and said, well, no, people in poverty do need to be eating better. Like, for what? Why do they need to be eating better? Is that going to get them out of poverty if they start eating better? And then people associate that with, well, if they eat better, they'll feel better. So they'll feel better, but they'll still be living in poverty. Like, trust me, I get it, because I think a lot of vegans and stuff gonna start coming in. And trust me, I've done a couple of diets. I've done a couple of diets and a couple of conversations, internalized conversations with myself about my food choices and all these things and da-da-da-da-da. But I want you all to understand that people should be able to eat whatever they want. And it's quite interesting that we seem like we only really care about that when it is associated with poor folks. People who are living in poverty should not be able to go get a lobster and cooking shrimp. You see that. You see that when folks make jokes about folks having a big basket of food and all that, and I bet they about to use the EBT card. What does it matter? Do you think people want to live in poverty? Do you think people actually want to be out here waiting on the government to give them a check and while they live in and all these things? Do you want, the government should be paying all of us. We should be out here spending more than a quarter of our income that's already taxed and already bare minimum on food and housing. All of this shit should be rights. You should be You should have a right to food. You should have a right to housing. Like, start thinking about that. And I think that's what the issue is, that we can't escape. It's so ingrained in us that we are more concerned with telling folks who are living in poverty, who are using EBT, what they should be eating, instead of questioning why they are in poverty from any damn way. Like, that's the question that I'm asking. Why does this even exist? And I asked that person who tweeted me and said that, why do you want them to eat healthy so they can continue to work shitty ass jobs, making shitty ass money, and so they can feel better? Let me tell y'all something. You moon crystal magic folks are getting on my everlasting nerves. I don't think it's nothing wrong with folks saying, hey, there's a couple of things these are the things I do, like eating this. I don't have an issue with that. I'm not telling folks what to eat. I think if we are okay with these folks, with folks out here, vegans out here talking about I eat like this, and promoting and putting it in everybody's face, then folks who eat these other foods should be able to talk about it too. But the issue is, it's not even about the food being healthy. Food is food. That's the bigger conversation that's being had right now. Food is food. And I implore you all to follow my good friend Deshaun Harrison, who literally wrote an important thread about this. Like, I'm looking at people who I am friends with in real life and follow, having this conversation about unhealthy food and this and that, and the only thing they're bringing to the conversation is just them being thin. Like, that is it. It is really, I might be in poverty, but at least I'm thin. Y'all have really got to start unpacking the anti-fatness and the fat phobia in y'all minds, because it is warping your sense of reality to the point that even people who study and write and read these things, who are developed on ground working with folks in these communities, are out here telling you all what these communities want. And your whole thing is policing what they eat. You think policing folks' food and what they eat is going to get them out of poverty. Y'all have got to do a better job. I'm getting frustrated. I'm getting frustrated because I think folks really seem to think that some better food and some goddamn moon crystals and shit is gonna end white supremacy. Y'all got to get, and that goes back to this false positivity shit, because all y'all in the same thing. All of y'all just eat better, moon crystals, all of these things. We just gonna be positive. We just gonna be positive energy and meditating, all these things. And it works for some folks. It is, I definitely would say, it's a coping mechanism for some folks, but it will not end poverty. You cannot be out here taking these little bitty grams of fucking shit and thinking this is gonna end some systematic shit. It's coping. That's all you doing. You putting a Band-Aid on it. And there's nothing wrong with that. But you out here policing and telling folks what they should and should not be eating. What the hell is wrong with you? And why do you care so much? I literally had someone tweet me and tell me that, well, something needs to happen about these obese kids walking around here, so it's okay for them to be in poverty as long as they thin. As long as they thin kids walking around here in poverty, that's okay. What the hell is wrong with y'all? Y'all cannot be serious. Come on now, y'all. Like KeKe Palmer and folks got check to check folks who one flat tire away from poverty, from being evicted, out here agreeing with a celebrity that's worth $7 million damn dollars. Y'all have got to, we got to stop. And celebrities, I don't care about your ass getting ate up by folks who follow. Y'all need to be getting ate up. Y'all need to be getting dragged. Because y'all come out here and y'all have these conversations with no knowledge, no research, no supporting evidence, no nothing. No nothing other than experience. That's all you got, and your experience is very limited. The only experience you have is being thin and maintaining thinness. That's all you got. Nothing else. So you think you are better because you are thin and in poverty. I just really don't get it. You don't really care about these kids. If you cared about these kids, if KeKe cared about these children, if she really tried to, she would be coming in the community with resources, with money. That's what you would be out here doing. They don't need your words. They don't need you coming out here with no tweets about them. They need your money and your resources. If you don't have that, then shut the hell up. That is all that's happening with some of these celebrities. They think just because they have these conversations that they mean well, when they ain't really doing shit. So I don't understand why folks are so pressed at KeKe Palmer getting critiqued when she injected herself into this conversation with no understanding, no analysis of anything. Like, no nothing. And it's not like KeKe Palmer is a celebrity. She has a big platform. KeKe Palmer is the same person who has said that you got to be careful. But honestly, KeKe Palmer to y'all will ever be 16-year-old Akilah and the Bee. That, like, y'all are interested in protecting the idea of Akilah and the Bee. KeKe Palmer is a grown black woman, a rich black woman celebrity that has resources and out here working multiple jobs. She'll be the first one to tell you. She is not the one that needs protecting. Those folks that she out here telling that need to be eating healthy food with their EBT cards are the ones that need protecting. Those are the ones that we need to be talking about. Those are the ones we need to be asking ourselves, why are they in poverty to begin with? Like, we keep thinking about these outside things without getting to the root of it. Like, we keep, why this is going on, when the root is we're not gonna ever fix it with just that, with that level of thinking. Like, y'all only cut on the outside of the tree, like down on the trimming the branches, and it ain't gonna do nothing but grow again. It'll grow into something else. So yes, celebrities like KeKe Palmer should be critiqued when they're walking around here with $7-8 million worth of whatever, and they out here, the only thing they have to offer is, if the EBT cards are used for healthy food, the world will be better. It is really ignorant. And I honestly knew that there was a lot of anti-blackness in that conversation, and it was a lot of fat phobia in that conversation too. And I was waiting on people to let it come out, because people seem to think that, like, them wanting folks to be healthy is not fat phobic. Y'all don't want folks to be healthy, because you only look at healthy as just a physical thing, just what you see. That's how I know you don't truly care, because if you cared, the thing would be getting them out of poverty. If the government was to make EBT cards work only for quote-unquote healthy food, you will have a lot of lobbyists come out and advocate for their food being healthy, so that money can be going towards them. It's the same thing with milk and everything else. Like, that's what's going on. Like, y'all need to do y'all research. You need to do your research. Milk was not promoted because it was a healthy thing. That was to help farmers make money. Like, we be talking about things from the surface level and we don't be understanding. It's just like us going through and like history. Us being taught history in high school and middle school or right now. A lot of those things are blatant lies. They are not the truth. So you got to do more digging and more research before you just give an analysis and say, you know what? The Native Americans shouldn't have been here from the beginning. Like, Christopher Columbus didn't do nothing wrong. Like, it's the same thing. You apply that. That is why apply that to other things in your thinking. You have got to do that. And if you don't do that and then you be tweeting stuff like that, you ain't doing nothing but hurting black and brown folks and trying to call it you mean well. I like KeKe Palmer sometimes, but I will also remember that KeKe Palmer is a celebrity, and she is rich. And this is the same KeKe Palmer was out here telling us to love on police. The same KeKe Palmer that was out here doing a whole photo shoot in Ferguson, and block everybody who critiqued her. So y'all have got to engage KeKe Palmer as KeKe Palmer instead of Akilah and the Bee. She ain't the 15-year-old no more who was in the Medea movie. She is the grown woman who is now working multiple jobs, who is rich. Now, I'm not saying that black women or black celebrities like KeKe Palmer don't need protection, but this is an in-house issue. Now, if some white folks came and dragged her, I'd be on their ass. But in our house, we're gonna have a conversation. We're gonna call you out for it, and I actually enjoyed the conversation. Shout out to all the people who were participating in the conversation. Like, I learned so much today from this conversation. I think that's the best that KeKe Palmer did, is that when she said what she said, they ate her up. And this constant stuff needs to happen with other celebrities. Like, when they do stuff like this, I enjoy it because they need to hear it. They need to hear it and they need to understand it. That's all I got. If you did not hear about the conversation, Google it. I'm pretty sure you'll hear about it. You'll see it. If you're not on Twitter, tell me what your thoughts are. I'm pretty sure they're going to probably be fat phobic, but you'll let them sound off regardless. I will be putting an article up about some of this stuff in the comment section, so check it out. And until next time, I'll talk to you later on tonight. Bye.